So, big salute to Arif and his entire team. Thank you so much.
Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for that kind introduction. And you can see this emu written here, and the bird is here.
Oh,
So this is something related to this January 9th itself, or some events that led to this January 9th.
hmm.
So yeah, so we are called as emus here, or in Malayalam we call it emu. That's a
Ammo.
bird.
Okay.
Okay, that's a bird from Australia, but that came to be the short form for this ex-Muslim, EMU, ex-Muslim. So the people here, the what do you say, the Mormons here in your language, they were using this as a derogatory word to address us as an abuse. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so they made it that way. So what I did was I just take it out and I made it into a brand. I have this t-shirts that is getting sold
wow,
on
wow,
my
wow.
channel, and
That's good.
since that day, yeah, since that day,
Acha,
that slur is now stopped almost.
first very question is, how did you found these people with you from Kerala?
Hmm.
And I'm sure
Okay.
what I've seen from the profile, each
Hmm.
and every member of your team is highly qualified.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a very important question. How we came up to registering this organization here, because um, we all were having some kind of doubts in us while we were movements. Okay, so at that point of time we used to have some doubts. We used to ask our maulanas here, or to some of our fellows, or if they are not giving the proper answer, the first person to approach was always Zakir Nalaik, as you call. So we were having this kind of doubts, and whenever we get this, there was a feeling that, okay, there is some problem with the religion, or is it a problem of or something related to us, that I am short of something, that maybe I am having some kind of mental disease or some kind of depression. Is that the reason why I'm having all these kind of thoughts? That was the main problem we were having. We were not able to really clarify ourselves that these are the problems with the religion. So at that point of time, we had this liberty of using this social media, preferably mainly Facebook. So through Facebook, we started writing in our fake IDs. I was having a fake ID, and the name was XM Prophet, ex-Muslim
Hmm.
Prophet. That was my name, the fake ID. So in that fake ID, I started writing initially. So likewise, I could see multiple other people writing the same kind of things in our local language, in mainly in local language. So finally, we got into touch with each other. That we realized that, okay, it's not just me that having the same thing. We are having many other people with the same kind of thought processes, and having these kind of delusional thoughts regarding Islam. So we started talking to each other, and we came to a conclusion that these are not delusional. These are some real facts that we are talking about Islam, and we need to make it vocal, that we have to take it outside. So then we decided to group ourselves into some secret Facebook groups. And this happened around 2019 or so, 19 and 20. So by that time, we had a big group, and there were almost close to 500 members in that group. And we had
Oh,
multiple other WhatsApp groups, and mainly WhatsApp groups we had. So slowly we started building a community of ex-Muslims. So we got in touch with each other through social media. We teamed up through social media, and we know multiple other people whom we have not met even once. Okay, so still we are in touch with each other. So that's how we built this organization, as we decided to register this organization. And as you know, registering an organization, even in any name, even with even you can register a faction of Hamas or even Al Qaeda in Kerala. That's how the facilities here. It is too much pro-Islamist and extremist. That's how we see it here. The number one organization, that SDPI and the Popular Front, all these organizations, they are originating from Kerala. You know that. So that's not a big deal here. You can register anything. So we got that facility. We used that facility, and we got up with this organization. And we are having some internal issues with the organization, and we are looking for a leadership change and some other things about that. But apart from that, the community is growing. And in our first years, we were telling that there is at least one ex-Muslim in every Muslim family in Kerala. That's what we used to
wow.
say.
Hmm.
But now what we say is that two things more. One is you have two ex-Muslims in every Muslim homes. That's one, the updated version. And the second thing is in every masjid, okay, or in every Islamic committees, in every masjid or in madrasas, you have one ex-Muslim there. So that's the situation here. So we even have ex-Muslim imams, ex-Muslim muazzins, and all of the people who who are ex-Muslims, closeted ex-Muslims, but they are still leading their life, utilizing that opportunity as a as a profession. They just lead that way, and that's how it is going on in our state, and it's pretty much it is going forward in a very good manner. And I always envy the way you do on your channels, because we had this kind of yeah, that's true, because we had this opportunity on Clubhouse. And that happened prior to 2021, and in the beginning, sorry, something happened with my cam in the beginning. Yeah, I think I can continue.
Yeah, you can continue. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So that happened in the beginning of 2022 as well. And that was usually debates over Clubhouse and other platforms, where we used to have these voice debates and voice chats and such communities. And that's how we conducted these debates. And mullahs and Mu'mins used to come to our rooms, and they get busted by seeing all these Islamic reference and all other books and other things. And the only two books that is left to reject is one is Quran, and the other one is only one book that is left is Quran. Every other book is now
most of them are rejecting hadith.
Yeah.
Arif Saab, my question to you is how much change you are seeing in Kerala after you started this activism? And the one specific question to you is, since you have this registered office, are you getting threats, or do you see people coming there and, doing some kind of activities like, throwing stones or destroying your office? Have you seen something like that, or it's absolutely fine?
Yeah, two things that you have asked. I'll just complete the first one, that is regarding the changes that has occurred in our state after this activism. You were using the word target. Okay, so actually what I said about two ex-Muslims in every home and in every masjid and in committees, they have one that kind of imam.
How did you calculate that, if I want to ask you, or if the moment wants to know this?
We calculate it based on the feedbacks that we get, mostly from, we have a sample group of ex-Muslims that from the beginning day till now. So whenever we do something, some kind of activities, we always meet up at some venues and for some programs and everything like that. So we keep on updating how many people in their family got changed, how many people are now ex-Muslims. So we keep on doing that. So if you take the closest inner circle of ex-Muslims that is closely associated with our activities and all, you take 500 of them. In every that 500 ex-Muslim families, you will see 2 new ex-Muslims on an average. It is not 2, it is even more than 5 and 6. Okay, so if you can make it into an average, in every 1,000 ex-Muslim families that is closely associated with us, we can see more than 2 and 3 ex-Muslims newly forming in every year. That is what we see today. And apart from that, this revelation about ex-Muslims as imams and other people who is engaged with the masjid duties, that is being made by a Maulana himself. That's what made here. Okay, so he himself came out and he was telling us. Now, most of the imams that you might be following in your namaz could be an ex-Muslim. That's what he was saying. And that came almost a week ago. And he has already also made another announcement, is that by 2030 or so, most of the Muslim women in our state would be out of this religion. That's what another revelation or the prediction made by this same Maulana. So he's closely watching these ex-Muslim activities going on here. Yeah.
My question to you, Arif Bhai, is it easy in Kerala? Because see, we have a very different experience here when we talk to Muslims. How much they are mentally, mentally ill when they talk to us and when they try to defend Islam. My question is, how is the Muslims of Kerala is it easy for you people to make them understand that Islam is a cult? And maybe one of the reason is because the education rate there is high, something like that. What is your experience with the Muslims of Kerala? Because we have a very different experience here.
Anyway, I'm not aware of what your experience is, but I will tell about mine. Before that, you had one question pending in the previous session.
Yeah,
That is something
attacks.
related to the attacks over this office and all. I would say that no, nothing happened that sort of a thing, because that's not happening here. Maybe because we mostly run our activities online. Maybe that's the reason. And the office, we have it as a virtual office. Like we have that got registered in a what do you say, co-working space. So we have that office and everything running there. So the address is there, registration is there, everything is made using that address. So it's very difficult for them to do something over there. So that's how we used. It's a part of cost cutting too, because if you want to do something that way, that's the best option. You can use this virtual office setup, and that's one aspect about that. So we are not seeing any kind of attacks or anything like that as of now. I'm not sure what would happen next time. Maybe even you can even expect a missile attack over there. That can also happen. That's how the World Trade Center got down. You know that. So that's one thing. And regarding this moments, how they react and how they take up all this. Let me ask you something. How do you call these moments who are so adamant about this religion and they are totally ignorant about this science and all this new stuff? How do you call them? Is there any words used?
We call them Dimagi Apang.
Dipangi Appan. What's that?
Mentally challenged. Mentally challenged.
Okay. Mentally challenged. Okay. So that can be crudely translated to Malayalam as potent. Okay. We call potent. Yeah. So we have a term here that is madrasa potent. That's what we call them.
Okay.
Okay. So that means madrasa idiot in simple terms.
Yeah. So, similar.
Yeah. So I'm an ex madrasa idiot or an ex madrasa potent. That's how I introduce myself, because I was a madrasa potent once or a madrasa idiot once.
How many years you spent in madrasa?
I will come to that, because that's something related to the question also, because you were asking about how this exposure is given to these people.
Right.
Is it about this the literacy rate or something related to that? I would say the better you are illiterate, the best thing. If you are looking for avoiding this religious extremism, that's what I would say. Because in Kerala, it's not just that the literacy rate is high. It is also correlating with the increased extremism, the exposure to religion, and even the more number of recruitments that happened to the ISIS and other, even to Taliban. We had the moment when Taliban was capturing Afghanistan at Kabul, there were a video circulating where the people were doing sujood on the roads, and they were telling Allahu Akbar, Takbir, Ola, Uber. That's how we say. So they were doing that. And at that point of time, we could even listen to Malayalam, our local language, in that video. So that's the reach of Malayalis. Even in Taliban, we have them. So why they are reaching there? It's all about the exposure. So the more you are educated, the more you are getting into the field of reading books, reading things, listening to other aspects, trying to learn more things. And if you are a believer, if you are a madrasa idiot, you will be more inclined towards learning more religion, because that will, you already have a need for salvation, improving your religious attitudes, and to ensure your huris, the number of huris, you should never let them go. So since that is there, these people always go for religious reaffirmations, or they keep on listening, keep on learning, keep on improving themselves. It's a kind of perfectionism. Okay. So that is the biggest danger. So the main problem what we see here is that there's no difference between these madrasa idiots all over the world. Wherever you take them, it is the same. That's what I have seen with my limited exposure to these people here and some people from outside. So what I would say is that their religious education and their other education, or the worldly subjects like their science and other subjects, they always try to use these science subjects to explain or to reason out apologetically these religious texts. Like they will bring up embryology into Quran. They will bring up other things you might be knowing that, like solar system, even everything you take it, you name it, you can see it in the Quran. Whatever be the scientific explorations, newer ones, even the lunar expeditions that we are discussing about, even that you can find in our Quran. You might be saying that Earth is flat in the Quran, but they will say that, okay, no, it's round. We have that. The evidence for that. That's how they do it, and it's
Yeah, they
almost the
change
same
every
everywhere.
time.
Yeah.
Whatever they see, and they change themselves.
Yeah, so that is same everywhere. The only thing is the aggressiveness by which they try to do this, that will be different. Here we are seeing it in a more difficult manner, because here the people who are doing it are a little bit more educated. Like we are to face surgeons, engineers, and people like them arguing these kind of BS, and we just imagine how difficult it would be for us to let them know that it's wrong and what they are claiming is wrong. It's very difficult because they will keep on doing this. So yeah, that's how we experience it here.
That's really good. So what is your future plan? How you are seeing this activism, or where do you see this activism going in maybe next 5 years, if I ask?
The main
Especially about Kerala.
yeah my future plans regarding this ex-Muslim movement here is nothing pertaining to Kerala alone. It's all about linking the ex-Muslim activities here with the global ex-Muslim movement, so that we will be getting even more powers. Like we need to represent ourselves into the ministries and other people, whereby we have to raise the anti-constitutional attitudes that we are facing now. Just like we are getting ousted from our homes, we are getting denied of our property rights and other things, and many other things like that. So we have to raise our voice. Even when we talk about this circumcision, we have to fight against that. So for taking these things out of Kerala and to make it reach the place where it has to reach, like the central ministry and all, we have to form a national ex-Muslim body. And for that, I have already extended my my willingness to be a part of that in my own ways. Like whatever way that I can do in that part, I can share all my time and effort. So that's not a problem. But this is the goal. This is the future that I see, because it shouldn't be limited to a small place like Kerala. I don't see much future in that. That kind of a small organization, just confining to a small state, speaking a local language, that won't do much good to the country as a whole. So we have to take it forward. So for that, we need a national organization. So that's the biggest goal that I have. Okay,
Good.
the dream.
Very good. So what we are seeing is, apart from Kerala also, Arif bhai, we are seeing that, and if you see the title of the video, I'm still to react to that video of the Maulvi from Pakistan, wherein they are acknowledging that there are around 10 lakh people, the registered member of atheist group in Pakistan.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So was it somewhere around 4 lakh previously in another video?
Previously it was 4 lakh last year.
Now it is 10 lakh.
Yeah, 10 lakh.
Okay,
it's 10
that's
lakh.
good news.
Registered member.
Great.
Atheist of Pakistan. And if I have to calculate, if it is 10 lakh from Pakistan, atheist, even if I consider, some 20,000 or maybe 50,000 who are not Muslims, maybe Christians or Hindus who become atheists, which is very rare. But even if we give that much, buffer, still we have around 9,70,000 or 9,50,000 ex-Muslims, registered ex-Muslims in Pakistan.
Okay.
So what do you think about that?
Okay, they are really the brave hearts. I think there's no point in asking that question, because we all know how Pakistan exists today. It's the word that was used before by some other person is that Pakistan is the shithole of Islam, or the way Islam is being carried out there. One cannot even imagine how a Muslim, even a Muslim, cannot live there. Then just imagine how an apostate or a murtad can live there. So there's no wonder.
And they have strict laws against the blasphemy of Prophet Muhammad. Previously, they had laws which was confined to the blasphemy of Prophet Muhammad only. But now they have extended that, and now you cannot even do blasphemy of the companions also, Sahaba also.
Okay.
They
Oh.
have such a strict law, but still, if you see so much increase in the number, then
Mhm.
the Muslim ulama, the mullam,
Mm.
always really need to worry about this.
Okay, yeah, true. So that really means in that previous video where they were speaking about 4 lakh ex-Muslims who are already out, and they were literally crying on the screen. You might have seen that, right?
Yeah, we have
One
seen them
video
crying.
that, yeah, one video that was shared by Harris Sultan. So, I think that itself proves that the things are changing. These Maulanas, they cannot withstand the power with which this internet and social media is causing this damage to this Islam as an ideology. That's unstoppable. It's really a tsunami, and it's not just about the number of ex-Muslims. It's all about how this the debunking of Islam is happening. The volume of information that is shared against Islam or disproving Islam, that is unmanageable, unthinkable for them. So that's the biggest problem that they might be seeing, and the volume of doubts they might be trying to answer in their close circles, that will be even more higher. That's what we see here in our place, where these Maulanas, they come and talk about how these people are
You know what,
asking questions. Yeah.
Ariba? You know what?
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you might have heard him.
Mhm.
The favorite Murtad,
Okay.
the favorite Murtad,
Is
the
it you?
light of Murtad.
Yeah.
मैं कहता हूँ कि this is one of the best thing I ever heard. Again and again. Like January is kind of one of the best moments of our life, because as soon as I saw this video from Pakistan, which was actually played back in December or late November, and I played it in January, and I came back from my holidays, and I was like, wow, that is a blast. Once I saw that, played it on my channel. Now you're playing it, and now I'm seeing and listening to this beautiful verdict again, that even in Kerala, which was supposed to be the strong ground of Islam in India, now having at least one ex-Muslim in every home. Like,
Yeah.
it is a blast of a month, quite frankly, and a blast of a start of this beautiful 2024. I'm loving it. I am just simply loving it.
Then you will even love more 2025 and the other months to come. Get ready for that.
Absolutely, my friend. Me and Sahil, we have been working for almost like 3 years in India and Pakistani channels. We started like, Sahil, do you remember like when we had like, when the first time I came to your channel, you were saying let's make it
500.
250 today. No. The first day,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
very
Right.
first
The
day,
first time when you came.
Yeah.
before my first इंसान से इंसानियत का सफर, Islam से इंसानियत का सफर, like the first day I came to your channel, it was like, let's make it 200 live viewers, and from that, let's make it 200 to a time when people used to come to our channels and they're like, you guys are not even ex-Muslim. No, nobody leaves Islam. This is all BS. Nobody leaves Islam. To to a time where last year in April, when mullahs of Pakistan were crying out loud saying, we have 400,000 ex-Muslims in Pakistan, and they are writing names on their private part and all that kind of stuff that they were saying that. But anyhow, long story short, from that 400,000 ex-Muslim, and we spoke about that on this channel as well, saying, hey, this will grow exponential, because you know what happens, like when the mullahs previously trying to put a curtain over it, put a blanket over it, saying nobody leaves Islam, anybody who leaves Islam, he's not even a true Muslim, and all that kind of stuff. So they had these two kind of verdicts, and then finally they are coming out crying on the live satellite TV channel of the Pakistan saying, we have 400,000 ex-Muslims in Pakistan who are blaspheming the Prophet Muhammad, even so and so that they had to cry on the TV saying they are writing Muhammad on their private parts. By the way, I have no idea who's going to do that. I don't want to curse my private part by writing name Muhammad on my private part. That will be stupidity of me. So anyhow, but like coming back from April to November, end of November, December 2023, same year, that 400,000 became a million. 10 lakh. It became a million. Now, and then obviously I was always under the impression that the ex-Muslim apostasy rate in India should be much higher. And thank you so very much for coming here and telling us this beautiful statistics of Kerala, which is supposed to be the most stronghold of the Islamic Republic of India. By the way, I would literally call it Islamic Republic of India, because obviously in Kerala you don't have the true Indian Republic and Indian laws over there. I don't believe that you guys actually have it, based on what I've seen, what they are doing there. But beautifully described. I'm loving it. Thank you so very much. I'm sorry I speak a lot.
Yeah, it's okay. But the thing that you